All right, thanks, guys. Really late start today, as you can tell, but we are coming off an exceptional 3-in-1 day on Patreon yesterday for Friday, so feeling really good. And we split in our MLB leans. We went 13-13-1 right here on YouTube. So not a bad day yesterday. A lot of fun last night, late night. But hey, the show moves on. The show's got to go on. So let's go ahead and get into some Major League Baseball action. And let's begin with the Twins taking on the Rays, which by the time this is uploaded, probably be in the second inning already. But anyway, Rays hosting the Twins, 1:10 Eastern first pitch in Tampa Bay. The Rays are minus 105, totals 8. Now, we did see a 20-cent fade of the Rays in the early going here. They opened 125 down to minus 105. Total open 8.5, down to 8 flat. Now, 53% of the consensus is back on the Tampa Bay Rays. 58% is shaded toward the over. Right now, the Twins are minus 105 on the money line as well. So we're pretty much looking at a pick'em contest at the moment. And right now, Tampa Bay is plus 175 on the run line. Now, we have Gibson for the Twins, Chirinos for the Rays. If you like the Twins in this spot here, really can't blame you. Winners in 13 out of their last 16. They're also 19-9 when traveling. Tampa Bay, on the other side, they're second to last in striking out at home, really struggling to make contact. And when it comes to the total, Minnesota is 19-9 to the over away from home. So with all that in mind, I'm going to lean Minnesota minus 105 in the over 8 runs in that game. Next matchup, Cleveland taking on the White Sox, 2:10 Eastern first pitch at Guaranteed Rate Field in Chicago. Cleveland's minus 120, totals 10.5. We did see a 10-cent move toward the Indians in the early going. We also saw a movement upward on the total. So once again, Cleveland open $1.10 up to minus 120. Total open 10 up to 10.5. 58% are leaning Cleveland, 62% shaded toward the over. Right now, the White Sox are plus $1.10 on the money line. We have Rodriguez for the Indians, Nova for the White Sox. Now, Rodriguez comes into this game with a 1-5 record and a 4.99 ERA. Meanwhile, on the other side, the White Sox, red hot right now. Winners in their last 5 straight, 5-0 in their last 5. And total-wise, the White Sox are 10-40 the under in their last 14. So with all that in mind, I'm going to take the home dog in this one. Give me the White Sox plus 110 and the under 10.5 in that game. Next matchup. What do we have there? I'm out of order. Brewers, Pirates, 4:05 Eastern first pitch in the Steel City. Milwaukee's minus 180, totals at 9. We did see a 10-cent move toward the Brewers and movement downward on the total. So once again, the Brewers open 170 up to minus 180. Total open 9.5 down to 9 flat. 69% are leaning Brewers, 60% shaded toward the over. Right now, Pittsburgh is plus 165 on the money line at home. We have Woodruff for the Brewers, Kingham for the Pirates. Kingham really struggling this year, 8.29 ERA. Meanwhile, on the other side, completely different story. Woodruff 7-1 with a 3.22 ERA for the Brewers. And speaking of the Brewers, they are third in road walks. They're also 22-14 as the favorite. Pittsburgh on the other side, winners in just 4 out of their last 12. They've also successfully covered in just 9 out of their last 26 at home. And of course, when I refer to covering against the spread, ATS, the number in Major League Baseball, I'm referring to the run line. So once again, Milwaukee just 9-17 against the spread in their last 26 at home. When it comes to the total, Pittsburgh is 9-2 to the over in their last 11. Give me Milwaukee minus 180 and the over 9 in that game. Next matchup, Royals, Rangers, 4:05 Eastern first pitch in Texas. The Rangers are minus 160, totals 10.5. We did see a 15-cent move toward the Rangers in the early action. We also saw movement upward on the total. So once again, Texas open 145 up to minus 160. Total open 10 up to 10.5. 67% are leaning Texas, 64% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Royals are plus 150 on the money line. Texas plus $1.20 on the run line. We have Homer Bailey for the Royals, Lance Lynn for the Rangers. Now, Homer Bailey comes into this game, well, a lot better than last year, but still not good. 4-5 with a 5.79 ERA. Kansas City is also 29th in striking batters out. Meanwhile, Texas, they're second in runs scored. They're also 11-5 in their last 16. When it comes to the total, Texas is 10-4 to the under in their last 14 themselves. Give me the Rangers minus 160 and the under 10.5 in that game. Next matchup, Giants, Orioles, 405 Baltimore. The Giants are minus 130, totals at 10. 51% are leaning Baltimore, 71% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Orioles are plus 120 on the money line. San Fran plus $1.25 on the run line. We have Anderson for the Giants, Hess for the Orioles. Hess is just 1-6 with a 6.71 ERA. Baltimore is second to last in runs allowed. They're also last in striking batters out. When it comes to the total, San Fran is 7-2 to the over in their last 9. Give me the Giants minus 130 on the road and the over 10 runs in that game. Next matchup, looks like we have Nationals, Reds, and that'll be a 4:10 Eastern first pitch at the Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Now the Reds are minus 130, totals at 10, and we saw a 15-cent move towards Cincinnati in the early wagering. We also saw a movement upward on the total. So once again, the Reds open $1.15 up to minus 130. Total open 9.5 up to 10 flat. 55% are leaning Cincy, 53% shaded toward the under. Right now, the Nationals are plus 120 on the money line. Cincy's plus 150 on the run line. We have Fetty for Washington. Tanner Roark for the Reds, former Nat there. Tanner Roark, pretty good right now, 4-3 with a 3.20 ERA. Since he's also won 5 out of their last 8, they rank third in runs allowed on average. Now Washington on the other side, they are second in runs allowed on the road. They've also won just 11 out of their last 29 away from home. Now total-wise, since he's 16-12 to the under at home, give me the Reds minus 130 and the under 10 runs in that game. Next matchup, Detroit taking on Atlanta, and that'll be a 4:10 Eastern first pitch at Fulton County Stadium. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I think it had a couple names. Fulton County Stadium, then it became, it's now SunTrust Park. What was the name before that? Went through a couple different names, but anyway, SunTrust Park in Georgia. Atlanta is minus 260, totals at 9.5. We saw pretty significant movement on the money line in the early wagering. 45-cent move toward the Braves, and you'll find out in just a second. We also saw movement upward on the total. So once again, Atlanta opened 215 up to 260. It was Turner Field, by the way. Total opened 9 up to 9.5. 69% are leaning toward the Braves, 53% shaded toward the under. Right now, Detroit is plus 230 on the money line. Atlanta minus $1.25 on the run line. Now we have Norris projected on the bump for Detroit. We have Soroka. Soroka. We have Mike Soroka for Atlanta. Now Soroka's been very good this year. He's 5-1 with a 1.07 ERA. Atlanta's also 8th in hits. Detroit second to last in scoring. And when it comes to the total, Detroit's 80% to the under in their last 5. I like me I wouldn't say rare, but I like me a run line play where I'm laying the 1.5. So give me Atlanta minus 1.5 and the under 9.5 runs in that matchup there. Yes, it was Fulton County Stadium, then Turner Field, and then SunTrust Park. I think that is the order of things as well. Let me know in the comments section below. Anyway, that'd be some good trivia. I'm thinking about doing some trivia. Live trivia, like one night a week at like 8 o'clock Eastern time or 10 o'clock Eastern time. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Should I do some sports trivia every night? That'd be fun, right? I'm an MC. I MC some events in like my real life, so it'd be fun. You guys can check out my MCing skills or lack thereof. But anyway, next game. Let's get on to it. Let's start making some money here. Angels, Mariners. That'll be a 7:15 Eastern first pitch in Seattle. The Angels are minus 125, totals at 9. Not a whole lot of movement. We did see a nickel move toward the Angels and a little bit of movement downward on the total. Once again, LA open 120, up to minus 125. Total open 9.5, down to 9 flat. 55% are leaning Los Angeles, 61% shaded toward the over. Right now, Seattle's plus $1.10 at home. Angels are plus 130 on the run line. We have Heaney for the Angels, Malone for Seattle, Tommy Post Malone for Seattle. The Mariners, not so good right now. Losers in 9 out of their last 11. They're also last in hits allowed. The Angels on the other side, 5-2 in their last 7. They're also 17-11 against the spread away from home, as my battery is low. Hopefully we don't run out of juice here. Anyway, scoring-wise, Angels are 5-1 to the over in their last 6. So give me the Angels minus $1.25 in the over 9 runs in that game. Next matchup, Cubbies. Cards, 7:15 Eastern first pitch in St. Louis. The Cardinals are minus 135, totals 9. 53% are leaning St. Louis, 61% shaded toward the over. Right now the Cubs are plus 125 on the money line. St. Louis plus 160 on the run line. We have Quintana for the Cubs, Flaherty for the Cards. Jack Flaherty's 4-3 with a 7.37. Let's try that again. Flaherty is 4-3 with a 3.77 ERA. The Cardinals are 2-0 in their last 2, 17-12 at home. The Cubbies, not so good right now. Losers in 4 out of their last 5. Losers in 6 out of their last 9 on the road. And when it comes to the total, we're looking at a Chicago team who is 7-2 to the over in their last 9. Give me the St. Louis Cardinals, minus 135 in the over 9 runs in that matchup there. Looking for